VHS. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today I'll be going over the Neca King Kong.
How many King Kongs have we had in the last few months, Steve?
This is our third one, but this one I'm kind of confused because it just kind of showed up. Like, you were at a Target, you were shopping, you were like, hey, Steve.
And what Kong is this?
It's just another version of the regular Kong. So it's like, sorta 1933, but not RKO Kong. Because you get like, sorta RKO face.
Whoa,
Definitely not RKO.
He does
face.
RKOs?
He does do an RKO.
From okay, you piqued my interest now.
The top rope. But essentially what this is like a deluxe version of the regular Neca Kong. Which I think is kind of like, I don't know. We just got the one Kong, right? Yeah. And it's been like maybe a couple months, and now we got like arguably a better version because it comes with more things. Because this has dinosaurs with it.
Oh, is that why you wanted it?
Yeah, it has the dinosaurs and a stick. Do you know what the first one didn't have? A dinosaurs and a stick.
What does he have a stick for?
Because to hit things with. And then he has like that tree trunk where he was like turning it to knock the people off. You can kind of recreate that with that.
Oh.
I guess props to Neca for trying to make some money off of a mold. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we're getting way too many of this one like right off the get-go.
They're just milking it at this point. I mean, it's a good idea, but they're just milking it.
Like, it's cool, but like, I feel like when they do this stuff, they should have options. Like, the first release they put out should have arguably had just as much stuff.
Yeah.
Not, well, we're at third release now, and the third release has more stuff than the previous two had. So now, like, I get it, because, like, they're forcing me to buy this thing. But then again, I feel like at this point as a collector, like, why would I feel like I need to get the first one because it might just be the only one we get. But then again, I find it hard to believe that we're not just going to get more versions. It's like the turtles. Like, people freak out about the turtle stuff. Yeah. They're like, oh god, well, like, the figures are like so hard to find at eBay and everybody's scalping. They're like $80, but then they get reissued like 4 or 5 times. Or there's other versions of them. Like, you just wait, you'll get them. It's fine. They'll probably have better stuff. Like, for instance, the turtle stuff, the 2-packs come with more stuff than the regular ones did. Yeah. So it's like, you're almost better off just holding out as long as you possibly can. And I don't know. It's just, I think, for selling point, I'm not as huge into that idea. Because I feel like you could lose some people on that one. But it's sort of like the Godzilla stuff. Like, the original stuff was kind of like, it was fine, but the longer the series went, the more bang for your buck you kind of got. Yeah. So you're almost, again, better off just kind of waiting. But anyways, we're just going to get into this. We kind of rambled on a little bit too much just with this package here. So without further ado, for the packaging, it's a lot of blacks and whites, which is weird because I would think the other version we would have got of this is the black and white. But this one's still colored like the regular one. But he's got his little angry face. You got a stick. You got King Kong. This side, more angry face, more King Kong. Other side, looks like he's kind of scared.
He's got a derpy face. I'll be honest with you. That is a derp face.
I imagine he's probably fighting something. To me, it looks like it's kind of like that face you have after, like when you're in the middle of relieving yourself. You got King Kong on the top. Back of the package just shows him with one of the little dinosaur dudes. Some of the stuff he comes with. King Kong, some legal mumbo jumbo on the bottom. And then, sorry to show it up. When you open it up, you get that image of the figure from inside the package, and then you can see the figure through the translucent plastic here. But anyways, let's get him opened up out of its cardboard prison. Alright, so now that we got Kong opened up out of its cardboard prison, first and foremost, we got quite a bit of accessories to go over with, and then we'll get to the main attraction here. But first, we'll start with the dinos. Which, first and foremost, you get this pterodactyl looking dude. He's got, it's like some dark reds. You got some blues on the beaks, on the little frill back here, a little bit on the neck. His jaw's a little crooked. Kind of looks like he got punched in the mouth one too many times. And I don't think I can fix that. Like, I
don't think you can.
Oh, there you go. The more you open it up, the more straighter it looks. But then once you close it, you are eyes don't look too bad, though. They're at least looking straight, which is more to say than my shredder. Which is sad to see on a pterodactyl, but I digress.
It looks like beef jerky from the back.
A little bit. He's got some reds going on with some of this patterning here for the wings. I do kind of wish that the blue was a little bit more uniform, because there's barely any on that second part, which you would think for this, they would have the same kind of thing going on, right? For each of the sections, but it definitely looks a little bit off. That, and I'm not super into seeing like all the brush strokes here for the red. Like, it's not very smooth looking.
That is like 10 cents accessory, sir. They just blew through that.
Yeah, it seems really rushed to me. And I kind of wish they would maybe just like airbrushed this onto it. Instead, you could definitely tell it's just like swoop with my brush, dab, 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 called it a day. And it doesn't look very organic. So from the front, I don't think he's that bad outside of the jaw. Back, I'm not super impressed with. But we do have the little salamander dude. Or whatever this is supposed to be. It's like kind of like a skull crawler, if you will.
Yeah.
But he's got some actual nice texturing, which is good for the scale.
It is reminding of Skullcrawler for sure.
Oh, 100%. That's probably, they more than likely got the inspiration for Skullcrawler from this guy in particular. Because I remember when like the movie first came out, everybody was tying these two guys together. Does the mouth move? The head moves. There's a joint that shows. I just don't know. Okay, you can.
There we go.
You can get it open. Sweet. Got some eyes that are painted. Teeth are painted nicely. Like, this looks really nice. Like, especially the detailing on the tummy here, which kind of reminds me a little bit of Godzilla with the segmenting and the spines. Like, he's pretty much just green, like greens and browns, but I actually like this guy a lot. I think he actually looks really sweet. Yeah. It kind of goes with the log pretty well. Kind of just have him hanging on top of the log if you don't want to have it posing with your con. For the log, it's kind of done in a gray color tone. I maybe would like to see it like actual a little bit more wood tones.
It is a little weird though that stick is like 10 times the size of them.
These guys? Well, it's just so you can smack them out of the sky. But you do get some nubs here on the side. Definitely not a hollow piece of wood. Might have been nice to maybe see like a little bit of bark on this, to maybe give it a little bit more variety in the coloring.
I'm okay with what it looks like. At least it's presentable.
Yeah, well then you kind of think like, especially after seeing like Godzilla vs. Kong, where he like grabs the base and like strips it with his hand. Yeah. That's kind of what this is replicating pretty well here, anyways. And then you can.
Oh, it can fit. Oh,
have him hold on to it. Also, for what he comes with a pair of gripping hands for said piece of wood, or if you want to have holding on to the little skull crawler guy. He also comes with a pair of open hands like he did on the original figure, and the clenched fist. For his heads, he comes with two heads. Getting these off his hands real quick. You get the one that comes straight on the figure here, which is fully articulated. So you can open and close the jaw. So you get him roaring pretty decent. Close it to give him that little like grimace going on. And then you got the Snarl Face, which this is more emulating that original Kong look from the 1933 film. This one's got a little bit more realism to it, which I actually kind of like this head a little bit better, I'm not going to lie.
Steve, why you got to be a rebel? Everybody wants the one that opens the mouth, and here you are over here.
Well, I think in terms of like snarl expression, I think between the two, this one pulls it off better because it's not articulated, right? But then, I got open mouth on the original release. So, like, between both worlds, you already kind of have them without having the posable mouth. And then, the separation here for the mouth.
It looks weird.
Yeah, it looks a little bit off to me. Like, it's definitely very Muppety. Which I guess kind of works for an old Kong figure. Or old Kong replicating figure, I should say. The one thing I don't like about this head is I don't like the way the point is on the top of the head.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that and also that mine's eyes are covered over in gray. So it kind of blends with the rest of its face. I will state, on this one, you kind of see the same grays too, but it's got a bit more of a shine to it for the eyes. So it's not like the eyes are very noticeable on this, but it's definitely very muted on the articulated Kong face. But you do get the battle damage.
I think the one thing that does bug me is how they painted the eyes, though, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, again, it looks like a rush job. Because even, like, the mouth looks really nice.
Yeah, inside it's shiny and everything, and the eyes are just like, nah.
Yeah, with the teeth, you got the fleshy tongue. But grabbing the other Kong.
Here we go.
You guys can kind of see my point on the top of the head problem. Because I think on the original release, this one is a little custom we did over here. But it definitely conveys that original Kong look better than this. Like, this looks almost like he got a buzz cut in comparison to the original one. Then it's a little off. Like, it's not quite centered like this one is.
It is a little bit off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like off shifted a little bit. Now, does it work for Kong? Yeah, but I personally, I kind of like the over-exaggeratedness that the original release had, more so than compared to this one. This one's definitely doing the more playing it safe. Same with you guys saw on the color scheme. The original Kong's a little bit more redder. Like, the reds and browns convey off a little bit better. This guy, kind of just like with the face, like everything's just a lot more muted than what it was in the original release with the browns. It's a lot more browns and grays on this guy. And again, after having this guy in hand, just makes me really want a black and white one even more. Because we're almost to that point. Like, the first one was a fairly vibrant color, then we had the super vibrant one with the illustrated version, and now we got, like...
Now we went back.
Yeah, now we're, like, plain Kong. Like, the plainest of plain Kongs. Like, this would be like Kong if you would have asked me, like, young Steve to paint it.
Well, they're giving you varieties. They're all not exactly the same.
That is true. For the most part, I think the rest of the body's literally the same.
Yeah.
With the chest, the stomach, the way the legs were, the way the feet are. You got some pickles on the bottom, though, if you want to put them on a stand. So, detail-wise for the Kong, not too bad, per se. I think the heads are a little bit worse than what we got with the original releases, but I do like the amount of accessories. And then for the articulation, head can look, about that far, down about yay far. Rotate this bad boy all the way around. A little bit of a wiggle side to side, because there is a ball joint connecting both of those, so you get quite a bit of range of play. Shoulders can go about that far, down about that far. Rotates all the way around. Got rotation at the bicep. Got double jointed elbows, rotation out the hand, and a little bit of a hinge. Yeah, just a little bit. Stomach go forward about yay far, backwards about that far. So quite a range of motion there. Can rotate it all the way around as well.
God,
legs could go outwards about that far, and you definitely see that calm booty fluff sticking out from underneath. Legs going about that far. Kick about that far forward. Not super far back because the fur does get in the way, but it is flexible down here, which helps with the articulation. He's got double jointed knees, so you get a nice bend there, and you get a little bit of side-to-side motion with the foot, and forward and back. Yeah, actually you get a little bit of rotation here at the top of the thigh too. Here's a quick comparison here. We have the Neca Deluxe Kong compared to some other Neca collectibles with the original release Kong and the Heart ship from Pacific Rim. Here's next to some Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong figures with the Battle Royale Kong and the original release. Here's next to some Godzilla collectibles with the SH Monster Shin Godzilla and the Bandai Vinyl Zilla. Here's next to some recently acquired SH Figures Dragon Ball Z figures with Raccoon and Jace. And then here's with some other random collectibles with the NECA Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And because the trailer dropped for Venom, here he is with the Marvel Legends Venom. From the movie. So overall, for the NECA King Kong Deluxe version, I guess.
Yeah, wouldn't that be called? What did Box just say? King
Deluxe
Kong?
Ultimate version, whatever. This guy's cool. I personally think I like, as a Kong, I like the original release still the best. I just like the head shape better, and I don't know. I think the coloring is just being a little bit more vibrant just works for me better. But with all the stuff this comes with, though, this was definitely like the best value in terms of all the Kongs. So if you didn't already have one, this is still probably the best one to pick up. Unless you're like an original Kong movie purist, and you're really trying to go for the closest look, then first release is probably where it's at still. But I still like that this comes with the dinosaurs. I like that it has the piece of wood, so you can smack things, you can smack Godzilla. stick him in his mouth if you want. And then having some extra hands never really hurts.
Yeah, definitely it will be fun doing the photos for this guy I want to see.
Oh yeah. Got all the dinosaurs. I just wish I had more like natural looking diorama stuff that I do. Like cityscapes are easy for me.
Got to make the mountaintop with his handprint on it from the Kong Island. And
how much time do you think I have?
Sir, a lot of time. You only work 4 days a week.
40 hours in those 4 days.
That don't matter.
Anyways, probably have to take him to the park or something, get some photos. Actually, like outside would probably be the easiest thing for me to do. Take him down to the river.
Just find Shinji's pile of crap and take it next to him for comparison.
Right? It's a monkey. It makes sense. What do you guys think? You guys picked up the Ultimate King Kong. What's your favorite version of King Kong? Or is Humbry?
Humbry?
However you say that guy's name is. That's a meme from a long time ago.
I think it's Humbry or something like that, isn't it?
I know I'm saying it wrong. Let us know in the comment section below. And help us defeat those Kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys, like to keep up with the day with channel and donate. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.